Hello friends, today I take up a new topic and the name of the topic is Agnipath Yojana, launched by Government of India on 14th June 2022. Now my lesson plan includes why is it in the news, what is Agnipath Yojana, criticism of the scheme, response by the government, benefits of the scheme, and what is the way out. So friends, under these points I will cover Agnipath, a scheme launched by Government of India for reforms in our military force. Why is it in the news? On 14th June 2022, Government of India introduced a new scheme for recruitment of soldiers below the rank of commissioned officer into 3 services of armed forces. The Agnipath scheme will be the only route for recruitment into the military force. On 16 June 2022, violent protest erupted all over India, and Bihar witnessed large-scale violent protest, damaging, disrupting railway lines and properties. Lawlessness has gripped Bihar in the wake of the announcement of Agnipath scheme. Today on 20th June 2022, a call for Bharat Bandh has been given, and so throughout the length and width of our country, police is on alert to stop violence. Now, what is Agnipath Yojana? The scheme is for both male and female aspirants of age group between 17 and half years to 21 years. Government raised the upper age limit from 21 to 23 years as one-time increase because of the corona pandemic for 2 years, and because of the corona no recruitment could be done during these 2 years. Recruitment will be done twice a year for Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. The new recruit named Agniveers would serve for the tenure of 4 years and including training for 6 months. Only 25% of the trained Agniveers will be selected for the permanent cadre. Personnel who retired after 4 years of service will not be eligible for pension gratuity, but will get 11.71 lakh rupees tax-free amount at the end of the tenure. Government will fill 46,000 recruits through this scheme per year. Criticism of the scheme: government did not produce any white paper about the scheme. Critics also level the charge that the scheme was neither debated in the parliament nor in the parliamentary standing committee for defense. No information about the scheme was given to the public prior to its announcement. Opposition party asked the government to put the scheme on hold. Communist Party Marxist alleged that professional armed forces cannot be raised by recruiting soldiers on contract. This scheme will severely compromise the quality and proficiency of our professional armed forces. Samajwadi Party called the scheme potentially fatal for the country's future. Congress Party called the scheme against the interest of the country and asked for its rollback. Critics also allege that contractual employment will not motivate our soldiers. Major General retired G.D. Bakshi apprehended the danger of the enforcement of Agnipath Yojana. He fears that it may threaten to destroy our institutions in a time of great threats from China and Pakistan. Brigadier V. Mahalingam accused that this scheme will degrade the army's ability to win wars. Some others accuse this scheme and liken this as raising a private army. When no pension or any benefit is forthcoming, why should anyone willing to die under these circumstances? Critics also allege that 25% of the short-term contract soldiers to be retained could result in unhealthy competitions, rivalries and jealousy among winners and losers. The Agnipath scheme also does away with the idea of a state quota, with recruitment into the army being implemented in 1966. This prevented the growth of an imbalanced army as it happened in the case of Pakistan when its province Punjab dominated military force of Pakistan. Critics also allege that a high level of ethnic imbalance has been associated with the severe problem of democracy and an increased likelihood of civil war. Critics also allege that demobilized soldiers would lead to increased violence. The matter may be further compounded when huge numbers of unemployed youths are in the search of employment. Critics also allege that this scheme will reduce the motivation of those joining the short-term contracts, diminish the honor of the profession, the stability of the society and safety of the country. Response by the government. The Prime Minister said that it is India's misfortune that good intentions get trapped into politics. The Defense Minister said that it would bring revolutionary changes in the recruitment process in the armed forces. That the protests are because of the misunderstanding and misinformations about the scheme. Government announced 10% reservation in government jobs after their retirement. Benefits of the scheme. Recruitment under this scheme will be all India, all class basis with eligible ages between 17.5 years to 21 years. Girls are also eligible under this scheme, but no reservation will be provided to them. The salary package for first year would be 4.76 lakh with upgradation up to 6.92 lakhs in the fourth year. Post-retirement benefits would be 11.71 lakhs, interest-free amount and non-contributory insurance cover of 48 lakh rupees. Government would provide a skill certificate to Agniveers for assisting them in getting job opportunities when they will retire. Average age portfolio will be reduced from 32 years to 26 years by this scheme. This scheme will well-discipline and skill youth with military ethos in the civil society. What is the way out? Number one, the Indian Army, the fourth largest army of the world after the US, China and Russia. Its professionalism, discipline and technological know-how are one of the highest in the world. It proved its mettle in 1965, 1971 and 1999 wars with Pakistan. In 1967 at Nathula Pass, Somdurong Chu in Arunachal Pradesh in 1988 and in Galwan Valley in 2020 against China. The Agnipath scheme for recruitment in Indian military can be better served if 75% retired personnel are adjusted in paramilitary forces, police forces of different states on priority basis. Since India suffered from regional disparities where some of the southern states have very much developed, the northern states of Bihar, Odisha, eastern UP, Jharkhand, MP, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan are still lagging behind. In Bihar, the unemployment rate is double than that of all India. That's why a spontaneous violent outburst against this scheme is being witnessed on large scale. All India, all class basis would further weaken the stakes of these northern states in matters relating to recruitment in Indian military services. So a proportional representation of all linguistic, ethnic, regional groups should be provided in our military forces so that no region, linguistic group or ethnic groups gets preponderant representation in our military force. So friends, if you like my channel, please share and subscribe. This is free channel. Thank you very much.